heart with a sweet one bliss. Someone flips me a bad body. So, it's another one, yeah. It's a full span, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening, welcome to iBoxingHub. Remember, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and remember to follow us. I go by the name Biyenge, featuring yours Truly Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz obviously big up to you, big up to the whole of the community. Once again, appreciate the support that everyone's given us up to this point. So before we get into the show, here's a word from our sponsors, Europe. Yes, cuz obviously I love the shadow boxing in the video, so big up to you and big up to everyone that just got involved in that. Guys, make sure you utilize the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off absolutely everything. So just go into the description, head over to D-Rock's website where it says discount code, put iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. We've got Ra in the chat saying perfect time for bath time. Big up to Ra. He's obviously involved in the discussions, because obviously we've had a tremendous weekend. I know you gave me a title of rounding up an amazing fight weekend. I just thought, let me switch it up and just say let's round up a tremendous fight weekend. Big up to Palamos Music in the chat as well. He's saying hello, chaps, and just oh man, Ra's just on a different energy right now. So big up to him, because we've had two big events, of course, over the weekend. We obviously had the Magnificent 7 card, which we're going to preview, and we had Paro versus Hitchens. Big up to Rico for obviously doing the watch along. He actually done the double header, so big up to him. And also, I just got to big up to the whole of the family for the great work. Guys, this interview is actually blowing up, man. So big up to Eric. He's obviously done an interview with Sweet Caroline. So that's his first interview. And what an interview that Rico delivered for Eric, man. So big up to Eric and big up to everyone that's involved. Lucy's here as well, cuz it was almost too many damn fights on, yeah, man. Two going on. Big up to Lucy's fights all the way from the States. And it was a crazy weekend. Boxing overload. I agree. Ra was there. Our sister Aisha was there as well. She got to, speak to Dan Aziz, which is coming out on the channel tonight. So guys, make sure you're tuning in to that. Cuz let's get down to business, man. I'm throwing it over to your corner, man.
Oh wow. Right. Let's go on to the second header. So let's go on to the matchroom event. I caught just a little bit of the main event. Yes.
So you had Hitchens, man. You obviously produced tremendous performance, cuz, man. So just give me your thoughts, man. And big up to Aisha in the chat as well, man. Big up to Green Diamond Boxing. Make sure you're tuned into what she's doing, because she's doing some tremendous work. So guys, just make sure you're following what Aisha's doing for Green Diamond Boxing. But yeah, cuz, man, let's have it.
It was one of them ones where it was I would say it was a close fight. Both of them won each round, but I'll say Hitchens won more of the round, hence why he won the fight. It's just interesting just to see if he gets to fight Timo Lopez next, because that would be an interesting fight.
The takeover, that's my guy, bro, man. I know a lot of people kind of hate him for his antics and the things that he says, but we live in a world right now where I don't condone it, but controversy sells right now, and he knows exactly what he's doing in terms of trying to make these fights. I think that's a good fight to happen next. It would be a unification. And Tio himself came out and he said that, look, he's happy to entertain that fight. So let's do it. The takeover versus Hitchkins in Brooklyn. Let's have it, man.
I mean, who's your money on?
Come on, cuz, man. You know who I'm going to go for. Man.
Oh, this is the thing. Listen, this is the thing. That I'll say this all the time. The previous champ was what's his name? Paro. He beat the boogeyman. What, the alleged boogeyman, right? So it's just like, I'm going with the underdog in this one. I'm sorry, but I'm going with the underdog. Names don't mean nothing to me no more. Whatever Lopez has achieved, good on him. But I'm going for this man. He's hungry and he's about business.
No, I definitely agree.
He could. I know it's too early to say. Depending on his journey, he could potentially unify the division.
Boy. If he does, he's got a good opportunity, cuz, man. I can't lie to you. He's got a really good opportunity to do it. The division's open, of course, and it would be interesting to see unification. We need to see people fighting each other, cuz. We need to see these fights happen. We need to see one undisputed champion across all of the weight divisions, so that we've got one champion in each division. Because for boxing, as you know, it's so complicated for the casual fans to kind of understand who's champion, who's this for the division, because there's too many belts, too many sanctioning bodies, too many interims, too many super champions, regular champions. So it kind of confuses it for the fans. So yeah, I agree. Look, Eddie, if you're watching this, big up to Matchroom. Make that fight happen in Brooklyn. I think you got two Brooklyn fighters from the area. It's something that just needs to be done, man.
Am I right in saying Emmanuel Char and Pulev have already fought for the regular WBA?
I'm not too sure yet. I'm not even too sure. Guys, get involved in the chat. Has these two fought already? Raz obviously saying Tio ain't unifying shit. He will stay inactive for 2 years, talking a lot. You know what, Ra? I think this time coming round, I think it would happen. He would then come back and win a mega fight. You know, that's what Teofimo does. Big up to Eric once again. We just obviously mentioned you had a tremendous interview with Caroline Dubois. So, guys, make sure you're tuning into that. Eric's confirming Pulev won last night as well. So it did happen. So big up, big up, big up. Pulev beat Char. Fred, feed him to Moses. And big up to FK Breeze as well, man. You know, amateur boxer, soon to be pro. And he's obviously going to be doing bits in the future. So FK Breeze, it's good to see you back, my brother, man. It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's move on to the Queensbury event.
Oh, you want to go? Yeah, look, Too Sharp was at his fight last night. Big up to you, FK Breeze, man. It was a good performance. And Eric, we need you to, we need that, bro. We need that, bro. We need the Yorkshire shows, man. Big up to you, man. But yeah, cuz, man, you've set us up nicely. Magnificent Seven. Obviously had, you know, a few, not even a few. It was a Magnificent Seven card, man. Like, it had good fights, competitive ones as well. Cuz, I don't know where you want to start from. You know, I'm ready.
The fights that I watched. It was the Adelaide. That was an impressive win. That was round one, right?
Yep, round one. The shot grazed his forehead.
Oh, that's crazy though, man. That's 10-ounce gloves. It's weird because watching it on a replay, it's just like it seemed like a WWE effect where he just, I don't know, but nah, Adelaide, look, he's been out for what, 14 months? And he's come back and he's fought, you know, the current English champion, got him out of the ring.
Yeah. You still there, cuz?
Yeah,
Yeah. What was you saying? So, say that again for us, sorry, cuz.
Yeah, no, I said Adelaide. He done what he needed to do. He's been out the ring for what, 14 months. You know, I didn't really see any ring rust. But then again, it was only round one, right? It was only round one. But again, you know, he fought a champion, you know. So it would just be interesting just to see who's next. But there's so many people in the mix, so many people. Lawrence Okoli, my God, wow. You know, look what he done, you know.
Yeah,
He
no,
knocked Tyson. It's just, do you know what? Everyone knows, you know, heavyweight is the division that I follow because me, myself, I'm a heavyweight. So it's just interesting to see where or who David Adelaide fights next, who Okoli fights next. I mean, they're in talks about Okoli fighting Dylan White, because Dylan White's fighting next week.
Yeah, no, no, cause I'm still with you, man. I'm still here, man.
And Adelaide, look, they're not gonna give him Moses. I can't see that happening. The only opponent I can see Adelaide fighting next, maybe throw him in with Joe Joyce, or Fisher.
Ooh, Joe Joyce or Fisher. Cause no, that is absolutely mad. That is mad. That is absolutely mad. And I just love how everyone's just getting involved in the chat as well, man. Big up to everyone that's just, you know, tuning in. Raz saying big up to our Congolese brother. Alois thought Lewis would frustrate him. Big up to Alois Jr. cuz as well, man. Like, I know we're not really we should really be covering it, man, but big up to Alois Jr. I think the performance was tremendous. He showed that he was a beast as well, boxed well, and looked strong, man. So once again, we've got to give out a shout to Alois Jr., man. But division's looking good.
Oh yeah, it's definitely looking good. I mean, to be fair, the person who's actually carrying the heavyweights is actually Queensberry. When you think about it, you know, look, he's got Fury, he's got you know, the current champion, IBF champion Donald Dubois, he's got Okoli, he's got David Adelaide, he's got Moses, dude. Like at the moment, Frank Warren, he's winning. He's winning. You know, he's winning. He's winning. But no, Adelaide and Fisher, that will be a good fight. Would it happen next? I don't know. That's my only issue is that look, every fighter is talking about, you know, they want to become a world champion, blah blah blah. But at the same time, they need to fight each other, domestic level, European level. You know, because you got to think of it, world level. It's a different landscape. Wardley, Adelaide obviously wants to fight Wardley, but he even said like, look, it's not going to happen next because Wardley, you know, he's on a route of potentially fighting for a world title. I don't know, next year or end of next year.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you, because I agree with you completely. Apologies, I think there's issues with connection problems. So guys, just let us know if there's been any issues with the stream. But yeah, cuz man, I agree with you completely. I think you know, Wardley, that fight, it doesn't really make sense for Wardley and his camp because they're kind of on the next level. Whereas with Adelaide, I think he's got quite a few fights, you know, he can make in the division, man. So let's see what Dylan White can do as well, because you definitely have to put him in the mix. And let's not forget, man, I know a lot of people are going to be, oh, this Wilder's done, he's retired. The man says he wants to box. Let the man box, man. So I'm not too sure what fight's going to be next for him, but I think overall the heavyweight division is looking sweet. And you've got a new contender in the division who's now the silver champion, which is Lawrence Okoli. So after that performance yesterday, he showed his class.
The silver champion, does that put him next in line for, you know, well, not next, but could he challenge for the WBC, or does he have to go for the interim and then challenge for the actual WBC belt?
Yeah, he's in line, cuz man, he's in line to fight more eliminators for the interim, and yeah, he's right up there, definitely. So Frank's got the connections. Frank's going to give him the opportunity. So I don't see why not, because in the near future, I see the belts being separated after Usyk and Fury. Once they've done, their fights, I think that the belts will be separated. And look, Lucy here is confirming that silver belt just gives him a ranking. So it kind of just gives him a ranking in the division. Lucy's facts always comes through the facts. So let's see what happens, man. He's got a ranking now in the division. So he could put himself in contention through fighting people within sort of the top 15, top 10.
Do you know what? Because he's now officially a heavyweight, I think it's time that him and Richard Riapol just sort out their difference. Just fight now. Because I believe Riapol was coming up to heavyweight.
Ooh, okay. You know what? Because I'm not even going to lie to you, man. I'm just seeing some of these comments, man, and it's just distracting me. Big up. Look, firstly, Aisha, really good point. She did say she thought that Adelaide got lucky yesterday. She needs to see more from him. And I would say that Fisher beats him if they fight. Ooh, which is an interesting one. FK Breeze is obviously saying if interim, he might go against AJ Zhang Kabayao. So look, there's opportunities here. Last check. Look, Coley's in the number 5 in the WBCs. Man.
Do you know what? It's crazy. Because Coley's number 5 in the WBC, someone like the Joe Joyce, someone like Dylan White should fight Okoli. Just to be in the position, and not just that. Eddie Hearn has made it clear. He said that AJ's next fight will be with Daniel Dubois. This is in some, he said it. It will be with Daniel Dubois. Considering, hopefully, if he gets past Joseph Parker, he wants a rematch. Because financially, that's the biggest fight to make for Triple D. However, should Fury beat Usyk, potentially there could be a trilogy. So again, the belts will still be tied up.
Yeah, it should be tied up, man. But I reckon after this fight, in my opinion, I think Usyk wins this now. After this fight, I don't think he has nothing left to prove in the division. So if I was his manager and I was advising him, I would say, Usyk, there's nothing else more you need to do. Look, you've beat Fury twice, you've beat AJ twice, you've gone up to heavyweight, you've become undisputed cruiserweight champion, you're a legend. There's nothing else for you to prove in the sport. Just my opinion, man.
I got told that they're talking about Klitschko coming out of retirement and fighting Fury again. I think it's pointless. It just doesn't make no sense at all. Considering that he retired like what was it, over 8 years ago or something? It just doesn't make sense. I know everybody wants everybody wants that Saudi money, but it's ridiculous now. It's just not been funny no more.
Yeah, it's not something that I would be interested in.
You would?
No, it's not something that I would be interested in, if I'm honest with you. I just don't think. Yeah, I see that more as an exhibition fight. Once Fury's retired, we can come back and have like an exhibition. Yeah, but not it doesn't make sense for me. Even Palam was just saying Lawrence will get better at heavyweight, no restrictions to his natural weight now, so he could use his good jab, and he does have the power. So Lawrence Okoli, man, Palam's music is saying that he thinks that he should do a Klitschko, 72 years old. And truly, the money, if it was offered to fight Beterbiev, would it be too much to turn down? So I think FK Breeze is obviously saying Usyk, after winning against Fury, come down and, potentially do that fight, man. Who knows, man? So let's see.
Boy, what else? I was going to say something else regarding the heavyweights. Del Boy. So if he beats Otto Wallin, he's got options. He wants to fight in Africa.
Yeah.
Wilder, Dillian White, or Ngannou. Out of the 3, which one would you choose? Which one would you like to see?
What if Del Boy was to do the African
So
tour?
basically, for his 50th fight, it'll be his final fight. He wants to fight in Africa, and those are the three opponents: Dillian Whyte, Wilder, and Ngannou.
But to BF stops Usyk. I personally, cause I'm going for Ngannou, man, for Chisora, man. He don't give him one of those. Don't give him a Wilder or Chisora in his last 50th fight, man. I would say Ngannou because it makes sense from a commercial aspect. You know, have someone from Africa, another person originally from Africa, make them fight in the continent, and for me, it makes sense because you've got Francis bringing his Cameroonian fans. You've got Chisora bringing like the British fans, plus, you know, people from Zimbabwe as well to support him wherever that fight's going to be. So, yeah, I would say Ngannou, just from a money commercial aspect, and I want to see Chisora be paid, you know, a lot of money, man. So I would say Ngannou in that situation with minimal risk.
I just see that comment. So Bertobif, you reckon that Bertobif will beat Usyk at cruiserweight?
Woo! Good fight, man. It would be a good fight.
Remember, he's aging as well. How old is he? Is he 40?
Yeah. But they're both aging as well. Like Usyk fought, you know, Bertobiev in the World Championships before, man. They've fought before. They've got history. So they at some point they've crossed paths a few times. So that is a fight definitely I could see happening with the right cost. So yeah, no, definitely I would love to see that for sure. If Klitschko gonna fight, we might have Bob Arum versus Eddie Hearn. Big up to Palamos. When they were younger, that fight was terrible. If they fought now, Klitschko Fury would be watching grass grow. That is bad. No, I agree with Lucy. Bertobiev is 40 in January. Kazda is a Capricorn like me, man. He's turning 40 soon. Yes, the timing is not really looking good, bro, man. I can't even lie to you.
Oh, that will actually be an interesting fight, though. Bertobiev, cruiserweight, and Usyk at cruiserweight. That will actually be a good fight. That would be a good fight, but I still think Usyk wins. I mean, Bertobiev, remember, he's got his rematch with Bivol. I think Bivol wins this rematch, but hey, that's just my opinion.
No, you're trying to slip that in, cuz without having a little discussion about it. No, of course, no. I think it's fair, but big up to Turkey, Ala Sheikh, man. He just delivers another tremendous card, man. This is just amazing, man. And I think for the fans, we need to be excited about that. I'm going for Bertobiev, man, to get the job done.
Apparently, there's going to be a Riyadh season in Africa. I'm not too sure where in Africa, but they're in talks.
Ooh. But where do you think it should happen, though, cuz? If you were a manager organizing it.
I honestly don't know. You know, I think somebody said, I believe somebody said South Africa. It might be happening in South Africa. I'm not too sure, but I would want it to.
We've got to have our boy Martin McCauley.
I want him to fight for a world title. And I believe he's going to become a world champion. And when he becomes a world champion, there's a possibility that he will fight back at home.
No, definitely. Look, Aisha's getting involved, saying Ghana would be lovely. I think Ghana would be a good destination, especially for the English speakers as well. There's no, much barriers in terms of that. They do accommodate well for people that are tourists, especially from Britain. So definitely would be good. Raz saying Kinshasa. So have Bakoli versus Ngannou, AJ versus Wilder, Chisora, Ngannou. Ooh, look, this is good.
Right. With the Ngannou situation, I'm a bit baffled, right? I've said this before. Ngannou fought AJ and Fury, right?
Yeah.
And he's lost. And it's mad how he's still getting this big opportunity. Don't get me wrong. Like, look, I rate the hustle, but from a boxing perspective, I think it's wrong. Don't you? Dude, he's had 2 big fights here. He's been paid nice. And he's lost them 2 big fights. But yet people are still calling him out.
You know why? It's because, you know, it just goes with the title of him being a UFC legend. So him doing the whole crossover thing, it's just it's good because you're bringing 2 fans together.
No, I get it, but boy, I don't know. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I would rate if Ngannou got into a fight, if he fought somebody at a lower level, at a decent level, and you know, works as well. But at the moment, it's just like they're throwing him at the deep end, where I just think it's unfair for those who are working hard and they want a piece of the pie, and it's thinking, well, hold on, this guy just come from UFC, yeah, you know, can just about fight, just about box, and he's getting paid what, tens and 20 millions pounds, and I'm here being grafted and whatnot. Hey, I rate the hustle, but I'm just saying, you know, am I wrong?
I agree with you completely, and a lot of people in the chat is like just getting involved, man. Just no, big up to Lucy as well. She's obviously saying Ngannou did go back to MMA and run over some poor guy recently. Lucy was obviously wondering who Kinshasa was. Kinshasa the capital of Congo, just as a confirmation. Triple D versus Bacoli. These are interesting ones. Del Boy versus Martin Bacoli, but then FK Breeze is saying, let Del Boy live, man. Just, yeah, that's why for that last 50th fight, just to honor him properly, give him a big fight back home wherever he wants. I think Palamos Music obviously said it best, that they're definitely looking at different locations like Congo, Nigeria, Ghana. These are, you know, South Africa. All these places can host these events. So definitely, I agree, man. Definitely, I agree. I want to see it. Me personally, I want to see it back home, but I would rather save a Kinshasa Riyadh season card for Martin Bacoli, man, because
I'll go. Wouldn't you go?
Yeah, definitely. I'll 1,000% go to that, man. We need to go to that. Definitely. I'll do it. Yeah.
10 days. Tommy Fury and Darren Till. Wow, dude, I haven't really been following that. It's just ridiculous, man. I mean, I don't know. It's the joke is, yeah, this is misfits fighting. It's not, well, okay, someone class has. It's not professional boxing. It's boxing. It's entertainment boxing, well, whatever. But the simple fact that,
cuz look at this, man. Lucy's big up Prince Patel, man. You know, she said if the Riyadh season goes to Ghana, you'll see Prince Patel in that. Definitely you would see him.
You have to. Ain't he the first Indian champion? He won the IBO title.
Yeah, man. And plus, he does a lot of fights in Ghana as well. So give credit to him, man. He goes to the lines then, you know, and he absolutely just, you know, does a job up there, man. So, yeah, no, big up. And Raz saying Misfits is his new toy. Definitely agree. And yes, bro, we can meet up. We'll have Kwanga, Daba, everything, man. We'll have the whole lot. The whole prospect. Yeah, sorry about that, Cosmo. You was saying I got distracted by everyone.
No, it's cool. I was just saying, you know, with Darren Till and Tommy Fury, it's just ridiculous. If anything, just make the fight happen. There's no point, because apparently that fight is no longer happening because he said that if he loses, he will, I don't know, he'll kick Tommy or whatnot, blah blah blah. And you know, I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. Sometimes I just think it's just stupid, man. But yeah. Other than that, I just want to see who Jake Paul's going to fight next. I'm just excited. You know, at the moment, his team are in contact with Amir Khan.
Yeah, I didn't understand it, man. Obviously, big up to the Cobra, big up to the Hall of Famer, you know, Carl Froch. He had a little talk with Amir in the bar in Dubai with Amir Khan, and he was saying that Amir was telling him that, you know, they're going to talk to Jake's team, but in terms of the weight, he doesn't know what weight it would happen at to fight because he's quite small compared to Jake Paul. Is Jake Paul a heavyweight? Is he a cruiserweight? We don't know, but that's still going to be too big for Amir Khan. You've seen Amir Khan. I think the
Jake
biggest,
Paul,
he's probably 160
yeah,
possibly.
He's smart. He knows for a fact, yeah, he doesn't want no smoke with Canelo. He's saying that Canelo needs him because Canelo's after a payday now. Let's not be stupid. Now, Canelo will hurt him. Let him fight Carl Froch and make that fight happen. Let him fight Carl Froch.
No, he doesn't want it with Carl.
Oh, that's the thing. Now, there's no point of saying this and that, you know, because, yeah, well, don't go too much into it. But, yeah, look, it'll be interesting to see because at the end of the day, like I said, he's a businessman and time's running out. Like, he can't be fighting all these gimmicks. He needs to fight a decent fighter. If it's going to be a retired fighter, then so be it.
It's horrible, man. I just don't like what, you know, it's like a catch-22 because he's bringing eyes to the sport of boxing. He's doing a good thing for the sport of boxing. He's an excellent promoter, marketer. You know, the way he puts out, you know, MVB promotions and what he's doing for fighters like Amanda Serrano. Like, I'll give him super credit for that. But the fights that he's taking on in the ring, that's where we're a bit like, you know. So he's kind of in the brink between misfits and professional. Like, he's not doing one or the other. He's literally bang down the middle.
Now, just want to change the subject. I want to talk about boxing now, yeah, real boxing. I'm a bit annoyed with Conor Benn and Eubank situation. Now, here's the thing. They've made Conor an offer. I think it was 60-40 or 55-45, and he's rejected. He wants 50-50. Do you think it's fair for him to get 50-50?
Because you already know what, you know exactly.
I'm asking, not just I'm asking the people.
Yeah, guys, get involved before I give my thoughts, man, because Jake KO's Froch. Are you dreaming, Ra? You talking about the Cobra? Like the guy who's come on, Ra, man. No way, no way. Guys, get involved. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think this is something that, you know what? Because let me just say my point first. So Conor Benn asking for 50-50. No. Like, no. If you want this fight, the ball is in Chris Eubank Jr.'s corner. After everything that he's gone through in terms of going down in the weight, you know, having to wait for you to come back and get your approvals and all of this stuff, the ball's on his court. So if he's saying 60-40, 60-40. But I think what I think is going to happen is they're not going to do it straight away. That's not going to be the next fight. I think what Eddie's going to do, which is the smart thing, after Barrios' fight in the next card, they're going to go for Barrios, man. I think that's the more logical decision, in my opinion. But guys, get involved. What do you think? What do you think? So every time I ask someone if Conor is that popular over there, they say no. This is Lucy saying from the States, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, Lucy comes through with the facts, man, and when she says something, I can't disagree. This is from an American perspective.
From my point of view, how I see this, right? It's a good thing that he said 50-50. Now I'll explain why. I'm not saying he deserves 50-50. I think due to inactivity, okay, he's had 2 fights at, I believe, 154, and the power wasn't really there. And to jump in at 160 to fight Eubank, it's a risk at the moment. So get active. Well, obviously, you know, go for the 140, go for the world title shot. The money won't be great, but you're still getting paid. If you want to fight Eubank, obviously you're gonna have to move up. And yeah.
I agree with Raw right here, you know. I agree. I want to see Ben versus Barrios. win a title, Lara versus Eubank, win a title, and just, yeah, if that fight, you know, happens in the near future, let it happen in the near future. But I definitely think that both guys, they need to become world champions, you know. Both their dads have been able to do it, man. They need to do it.
It will be interesting as well. Say if both guys both win a world title, right? So Ben at 147, Eubank at 160, and Ben fights Eubank at 160, the belt will be on the line. And just imagine if Ben beats Eubank and takes his title at 160. Wow, that's history upon history. He's basically closed the chapter.
No, that would be the way to close this chapter. And obviously we got because we like to have everyone's views. Palamos is obviously saying the fight is based on names, it has to be 50-50. So Palamos is saying he wants it 50-50. And Shiraz versus Bentley versus Janabek. So, cuz you know what he's going for. Did we talk about Denzel Bentley's fight? We didn't even get there.
No. He got a win. He's back. He's got options. He's got options now. So what does he do? Who does he pick?
I think there's only one option, man, and Raz obviously alluded to it. But before we get that up to Denzel Bentley, you know, too sharp, 3-time, you know, British champion. That's absolutely tremendous. And we know it has to be only one opponent, cuz, man, and he's pretty much mandatory for that person. Janabek, it needs to happen. You know, round 2. I'll be looking forward to that, man. I can't even lie, man. He's got his second crack at becoming a champion. And so Lucy's saying let them go for their own belts in their own divisions. I agree with Ra. That would be acceptable if they're both world champions in their own division. Definitely agree. Denzel versus Janabek. So Aisha's confirming that is the fight that looks like it's next. I've always said Brad Pauls can't box, but fight. You know what? He's a warrior. Got a big up to Brad Pauls, man. He came to fight. He did make it awkward. You heard Denzel Bentley in the corner at one point. It's like it's so awkward. But I like seeing those moments because we kind of saw, Bentley. We saw him frustrated, but then at the same time he dug deep, switched it up, and in the later rounds, man, that's where he kind of took the fight, man. So he boxed well, and it was conclusive for me, man. 8 rounds to 4 for sure. Denzel beats Janabek. Then the unification in the summer at Arsenal versus Hamza Shiraz. Cause this looks crazy because the division looks mad right now because you got Hamza Shiraz versus Adames, and then you got potentially Janabek versus Denzel Bentley. And you know who's going to be smiling at the end of all of this? Frank's going to be smiling. He's loving life right now, cuz. He's loving it.
Wow, Eubank could be in the mix as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're forgetting. That's what I'm saying. Eubank could be. We're forgetting. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a good fight for all of them, but Eubank can come and ruin the whole party.
Yeah, man. IBO champion as well, man. He has to put that on the line as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it, man. Now, big up, man. I think it's going to be interesting. Winner fights Hamza. Yep, that will be 100% agree with you, Aisha. And I would love middle Super 6 tournament. Yeah, bring them all in. Pools, Heaney, Cash. Yeah, man, I would love to see that. Imagine Trey, he said he can't catch him with the right, but with the jab he can. So corners, yeah, exactly, bro. This is why I love FK Breezy's points as well, because he's talking from an amateur's perspective, and he knows his stuff as well, man. So okay, Lara's also in that mix as well, cuz, man. So the middleweight division's looking sweet, cuz, man. I can't even lie to you, man.
Maybe not next year, maybe 2026. They should do a heavyweight tournament. They should definitely do a heavyweight tournament. Get all the big boys fighting each other for that world title. Get all the big boys fighting each other.
Where would you do it? Where would you do it? You got Macaulay in it. You have to have him in it.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm thinking of all the new The new cats, you know, so you got the Adelaide, you got the Wardley, you got the Fisher, you got the Moses. Who else?
Coley now, innit, is in the mix. So Coley's in that mix.
Do you know what I mean? You know,
Mad.
I'm talking about all these lot because, yeah, I don't know how long, you know, the likes of Joshua and Fury got left. You've even got Triple D. Yeah.
You got Wardley as well, man. Wardley,
Yeah, man.
you could add
Yeah.
him to that as well, you know. Wardley, definitely, man, can add him into that. But yeah, man, it looks like,
You know what I think?
for me,
I think
man,
Moses Otoma, I think he needs a worthy opponent, somebody now who has to test him. Now I think he's ready now. With what I've seen, I believe he's ready to fight someone potentially world level, you know, top 10.
who would you put him in there with?
Do you know what? I would like to put him in with Joe Joyce.
Joe Joyce, yeah. Ooh, Adelaide versus Atuma. Is that something that you'd like to see? Adelaide versus Atuma.
Why not? But I think at the same time, because Frank is carrying the heavyweight, he's going to be smart because obviously he wants the heavyweight to go far in it and potentially to get a belt.
Yeah, man. No, I agree with you. Dempsey McKean as well. Like, there's quite a few fighters, man.
Of course.
Quite a few, man.
There's so many fighters. There's so many fighters, but at the end of the day, look, the reality is it would be nice if all of these fighters could fight each other, but you know they won't. But hey, it is what it is. But like I said, if we were to get another undisputed heavyweight champion, I think it'll be somebody. I don't even think it'll be Triple D. I know as dumb as it sounds, I think it'll be somebody else. Somebody else is gonna come and ruin the whole party. The same way before when we were talking about the undisputed champion will probably be Wilder, AJ, or Fury. Look what Usyk's done.
Yeah.
We're sleeping on people.
Man.
We're sleeping on people, mate.
No, because, man, I 100% agree with you. I just we have to, you know, give a massive shout out also to Turkey Al-Sheikh as well, man, because he's been able to put together these great cards and, you know, put the best versus the best. And one thing that I like about what Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing, His Excellency, is he is kind of creating these events, but from a fan's perspective as well.
Yeah,
like, he's a fan himself. You could tell he used to watch WWE, all those events back in the days, and he's kind of putting his twist in these events, man. So once again, big up to Turkey Al-Sheikh for also putting on arguably one of the best cards ever, man, because, you know, each one of these opponents or each one of these fights can headline their own event in a different place. So he's literally put the best of the best in one card. So big up to Turkey Al-Sheikh, man. Big up to him, man. And who's actually fighting McLean as well. This is absolutely interesting, yeah. Filip Hrgović, has he retired now? Has he retired? I hope he's not.
I haven't heard anything. Yeah, ever since he lost to Bar, I haven't heard anything.
Big up All Up Boxing, first time tuning into the channel. Big up to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, my brother. You know, if you haven't tuned in before, just make sure you, after this show, watch it again and get involved in the comments as well. But yeah, cuz, man, I'm excited about boxing. It's been a tremendous fight weekend, and I think it's even better, you know, being able to review the whole event with you, because we're obviously coming up to the end. Of course, we did a little bit extra for the people because we just thought the energy is good, wanted to continue. Cuz, you've obviously lined us up with a special guest. I don't want to reveal anything, so we want to just surprise people. It's up to you, cuz, man. Balls in your court, man.
Yeah, no, we well, people find out on Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday. We'll find out. So, yeah, we've got hopefully, you know, we've got a feature. This feature is not a boxer, but knows about boxing. Is well known in the entertainment industry, and we'll basically be going to be talking about the heavyweights and you know, the upcoming rematch. You know, the Fury and Usyk, and many more.
Yeah, no, because I am super, super, super excited, and it's going to be a treat for the people as well. Also, just a brief rundown, anyway, of the week. So, guys, if you're tuned into what we do, just make sure you are hitting the bell so that every time something comes out in terms of content, you're getting a notification about it. So, Monday, Green Diamond Boxing. I believe Ash is going to continue her series, but also we're going to launch one of her brief interviews with Dan Aziz later tonight. Also, Rico's got a special interview that's going to be launching tomorrow, Monday. Tuesdays, we've obviously got STAYWEIGHEDIN, and we've also got Across the Way with Rico and True Dollar Bill. So big up to the family, of course. Also, we're back here on the Roundup on Wednesday. Thursday, R&R Hour with Rico and Ra. And then Friday, we've got quite a few things, man. So we've obviously got one of our newest members, Eric. So I believe we're going to create some sort of a show that's going to fit into that Friday. But in the meantime, just head over to the channel and watch his first interview with Caroline Dubois. Days watch-alongs for any sort of event. So, guys, if there's a specific event you want us to do a watch-along for, send us a on the socials, and we're more than happy to make something happen. Rico, he's been, yeah, he has been. Cool. And big up to Ed Rico. He's been working his ass off. 100% agree. And so, few on the show next. No, we ain't got him next. Nah, not next, but we'll soon get him soon. Who knows, bro? We'll probably get him at some point, man. But people, thank you so much for just supporting what we do. We obviously do these shows just for you, just for the people. It's coming from fans, and it's for fans, man. So big up. Cuz I'm going to tag you in, but big up to you, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, keep tuning in. Thank you for your continuous support. Have a lovely, productive week. And we shall see you on Wednesday. Not even that, you'll see me tomorrow as well on the Green Diamond Show. So, yeah. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I talk my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag.